Vegas is more like a tale of two cities, one complex and expansive, and the other loaded with frustrating and sometimes crippling bugs. Make no mistake, this is an outrageously buggy game with major technical problems across the board. And yet it's amazing that in spite of some pretty raunchy issues, that it still manages to be totally fun in spite of it all. It isn't as good as Fallout 3 by any stretch, yet fun quests, cool action, and a new faction system makes it occasionally extraordinary. There's a lot of flexibility in Fallout New Vegas, and it's a comfortable fit for anyone that enjoyed Fallout 3. The problem is that with great flexibility comes great flaws. You will come away from New Vegas both excited by its ambitions and let down by all the things that broke during your journey. New Vegas was almost incredibly special. Instead, you'll have to settle for simply a very good role-playing game that didn't quite reach its potential. Thanks to a good doctor in the Nevada wastelands, you're back on your feet after a brutal attack. In time, you discover who is behind the attack and the story behind a valuable object desired by several key figures in the New Vegas area. The story isn't as good as Fallout 3's, and it doesn't come with as many memorable moments. However, you can wrap it up in so many ways that you might be in awe. However, the coolest stuff is in the side missions. As you traverse the post-apocalyptic desert, you encounter a creepy cult of ghouls, a formal society with a history of cooking things they shouldn't, a vault overrun with plant life, and a robot anxious to perform certain, acts upon you. There's a lot more to do in Fallout New Vegas than in Fallout 3, and in many cases you still get a good number of ways to complete your goals. There are too many occasions where you're pushed into doing things in a specific way, but you'll still find plenty of opportunities to pick locks, sneak around, and more. The good stuff has emotional impact, and the voice acting and writing are quite good for the most part, if a bit dry, so you will find yourself getting involved.
Hey, slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead.
The faction system is probably Fallout New Vegas' most noteworthy feature. By doing quests for various factions, you will earn their favor or garner their hate, which then unlocks new quests and comes with other benefits, particularly where the main story is concerned. And of course, a lot of this happens in the Vegas Strip, where different families are vying for dominance. The Strip is actually quite small, so keep in mind that most of your time will be spent in environments very similar to Fallout 3's. There's a definite sense that you have an impact on the world, and a lot of things you do have important consequences on how people react to you. But a lot of Fallout New Vegas' best aspects get buried under a multitude of bugs. You should expect to see things break in pretty amazing ways. Crashes are common. The game slows down the more you play, and the loading times get longer and longer. We had an occasion when the game told us that it required DLC to load a save, which meant losing a whole bunch of progress. These things wouldn't be so bad if it was just all related to the game engine, but missions are easily broken too. In one case, we couldn't have a temporary companion come along on our quest because the dialogue option to have him continue the quest wouldn't work. Dialogue sequences wouldn't start, forcing us to reload. One quest didn't register that someone had died. The quest log didn't update on one occasion, so we had no idea what the next step was. Add a few dozen more things and you get an idea of the shape New Vegas is in. And of course, that doesn't include the problems associated with the aging engine powering this game. That includes horrible pathfinding, NPCs bumbling around in rather pathetic ways, a lot of loading times getting in the way, and so on. But make no mistake, this is still a really good game that has some wow moments. Some of the surprises, like an assassin that chases you around a casino when you're unarmed, aren't really that good. And in a lot of cases, it's unclear whether those things are meant to happen or whether the game is just wigging out on you. But as you might guess from its predecessors, you'll still stumble on really excellent things from time to time when you wander around. You'll initiate fun quest sequences when you roam about and talk to people. You'll also encounter a lot of cool enemies to fight, from flies and ghouls to deathclaws and hulking foes that can go invisible. The real-time shooting and punching is as awkward as it was in Fallout 3, but the VATS targeting system still results in plenty of gory and satisfying kills. Is New Vegas as good as Fallout 3? No. But it does give you more to do, and it's much more elaborate. In a game this complex, things are bound to break down, but you probably weren't expecting things to break to the extent that they do in New Vegas. And yet this still is a really good game that Fallout 3 fans will eat up. When things come together, they really do come together in excellent ways. It's just too bad those heights aren't consistent. Still, there's a fantastic role-playing game at the heart of Fallout New Vegas. It's just that the bugs and questing inconsistencies keep this game from blasting into the stratosphere.